Howdy folktales, Arbranium here. Back again for more Timberborn. This series focuses on Update 5 of the experimental branch, where we have a new challenge in the form of bad tides. We are playing on hard mode with the Diorama map for maximum carnage. Let's get into it. We start by moving our district center up to higher ground, where we will establish our farming and lumber centers. We need to keep these away from the bad tide or they'll die immediately to corruption. We'll harvest the berries to start. We also focus on dams and water harvesting. We will use a whole lot of water over long droughts, so it's best to start early. While we're surviving on berries, let's get some carrots growing. Prioritizing the lowland trees makes space for our future industrial center. We'll use water wheels to provide power. Also, build order is critical as we barely have enough trees to build the forester before we run out. For that we need science, so that goes in early also. We enter the drought with the dam in place, focusing on the few trees on the opposite side. By this time, the plank factory is nearly powered and ready to produce the small number of planks to start planting trees. The drought ends, and the forester is almost ready to begin planting. After adding some more water storage, we finally build housing for our beavers. We've also begun to install irrigation infrastructure. For this, we'll use levees to make tiny reservoirs. Building the water dump before the first bad tide is essential to the colony's survival. We'll need 4 scientists working long hours to pull it off. However, we'll need to wait for our first cycle of pine to grow before we have enough lumber. The stairs up to the maple grove were not quite finished before we ran out of lumber, so we need to wait a little. With the extra wood, we now have our water dump in place, and we can begin planting potatoes in our primary farm. We'll also plant some maples for long-term lumber supply. With this, we can then start planning irrigation for the upper terrace. As we anticipate the first crop of potatoes to be harvested soon, we set up a grill to cook them. We need storage for those as well. With just a few days before the bad tide, we want to extract as much water as we can. We need about 12 units of water per beaver per day. I've intentionally kept the housing limited to maintain a population of about 10 beavers during this episode. With a little diligence and attention to detail, you can achieve a thriving small community. As we explore the series, you'll see the expansion of our population to support more jobs with the goal of a fully automated beaver paradise. Now, thanks to early investment in water dumps, our bad tide has had almost no negative impact on our colony, despite spreading its corruption across the lands with impunity. I would say the hard part is over, but we're just getting started. We're in for nasty weather. Thanks for watching.